Hi, welcome to Maharat's 10 Days of Torah. I'm Rabbi Marianne Novak, and this is Day 5. I'm a 2019 graduate of Yeshivat Maharat, and currently I'm on the Judaics faculty at Akiba Schechter Jewish Day School in the Hyde Park neighborhood of Chicago. This year I've been learning the book of Leviticus, Vayikra, with my 7th and 8th grade students. We've been learning all the minutiae of sacrifices, korbanot, and the building blocks for a just society in the holiness code of Parshat Kedoshim. The book of Esther, Megillat Esther, as a somewhat controversial book to be included in our canon, in our Tanakh, because the story occurs outside the land of Israel and there's no direct mention of God, has a truly unique literary style that looks nothing like the Torah pieces I've been learning with my students thus far. It is an all-out, bald-faced farce. I'd say a supersized farce, a farce on steroids. Modern scholars have noticed that this kind of literature is really necessary to have in a serious canon. You can't just have stories about laws and values and family and national history. You still need all those things, but you also need things like love poetry, as we have in Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs. You need philosophical works, as we have in Ecclesiastes, Kohelet, and Mishlei, Proverbs, and Eov, the Book of Job. And you also need farce, something that has many elements of the ridiculous mingled along with the dangerous and tragic, and then finally resolution, finally redemption. The role of the farce is to take you on an emotional journey, from safety to possible danger, and then the feeling of release and relief of being saved from doom. And yes, because we're Jews, the last element is we have to have something to eat. The supersized, over-the-top elements of the Megillah are numerous, including the oversized nature of Achashverosh's kingdom, the elements of his party, which lasted forever, and all the over-the-top elements that he brought to the party, the physical, material things. The scope of the plan to get Achashverosh a new queen after Vashti's demise, and even the number of people that the Jews killed in the battle, which we see at the end of the Megillah. But it's not only the physical and material that gets blown up, it's also certain ideas, which lend to the overall absurdity of the Megillah. When Achashverosh asked his advisors what to do with Vashti, instead of giving him personal marital advice on a small scale, Achashverosh is goaded into creating a policy for the entire kingdom so that all wives would have to be subservient to their husbands. A personal issue is turned into a national one. And similarly, with Haman's personal beef with Mordechai, when the latter refuses to bow down to him, instead of asking the king to punish Mordechai alone for insubordination, Haman supersizes it and makes it a national issue against not one Jew, but a plan to kill all the Jews. The narrative goes along at a pretty quick pace, and it seems that the Jews are doomed. But then the farce resolves, and the Jews are moved from imminent danger to celebration and joy, and a quick return to normal life, including paying more taxes. Despite all these absurdities, when it comes to how the holiday is going to be observed, there's a sharp contrast to the narrative thus far in the Megillah. To mark the redemption, the Jews celebrate primarily by doing small things. Matanot le'evyonim, gifts to the poor. Mishloach manot, food packages, and eating a sudah, a festive meal together. We don't exemplify the absurd, such as Haman's death or the over-the-top military victory. We connect with God's hidden miracles in the Megillah by doing kindnesses, initially to those close to us, to remind us it's the small actions that can truly bring about something miraculous. When so much of the world right now seems absurd, ridiculous, dangerous, and over the top, remembering to do those small things, and we have the unfortunate opportunity to do them now more than ever, they're still so important. It helps us bring things down to size, down to the doable, and lets us cause miracles, albeit small ones, to happen. May we all take the lessons from Megillat Esther and how we observe Purim, and take it to heart this year, maybe more than any other time, to bring things down to size and to cause miracles, even small ones, to happen. Have a wonderful Purim.